Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Songs of Six. We are running our human colony of Riverbend, and last episode there was a fair bit of confusion about the trade. To be honest, it's not entirely gone, but I spent the last, I don't know, hour or so while I was eating lunch and then doing some reading and some research, trying to figure out these export depots. And I think I somewhat have them sorted out. I did let the game run a little bit, so some amount of time has gone between episodes just to see some things go. But I think part of the confusion was that, first of all, the fetch is loose stuff and production rooms. So that's one thing. And I did notice definitely that when there was some furniture sitting in the carpenters, the fetch was working to grab it. So that was one thing. And then with the priority, so here it says, when enabled, workers will fetch all odd resources from the ground and from production rooms. It didn't say anything. I think I could turn this off and it'd still grab from warehouses. Prioritize allows workers to fetch from all other storage rooms that are not prioritized. So I guess if this is off, maybe it doesn't get from storage rooms at all. And this is that are not prioritized, which right now the warehouse here is prioritized. Actually, it's not currently prioritized. It's supposed to be. So this would have been working. But now I think regardless of whether I have this on or off, if I'm understanding it correctly, which is not entirely clear to me, I think now, whether I have this on or off, it will not grab from this warehouse because the warehouse is set to a priority, and I do want it to be a priority. On the other hand, there is this pull source, which will fetch specifically from warehouse. Now I turned this on, and I think when I did this before, it drained all my furniture, and I couldn't figure out why. I didn't realize on this, there's this pull limit here, which is separate and independent from this meter here. Which will only fetch from warehouses. So it says warehouses here. Maybe it always fetches from warehouses regardless of what prioritizes on. Maybe it would work. But anyway, our export workers will only fetch from warehouses when at least 20% of our warehouse crates are filled. It's interesting to me, like I'd almost want these bars to be like, how much are we holding? So I might be like, well, I want to keep 20%, but this actually keeps 80%. So here, I'm only keeping 20%, which I think is still fine. But then independent of that, I've got this pull source. So the source room does not have any resources. Sure, it to be pulled right now, I think because of the number. And a pull limit here, only pull when source storage exceeds this limit, 20%. So this keeps 20%. And when this meter is at here, which looks 80% full to me, is also the 20% setting. Which seems inconsistent, but okay. Anyway, running it this way, it definitely does sell furniture. It's a little bit odd to me that these are inverted. I think part of it is the pull limit in that screen, I think used to be a, where am I? I think there used to be a limit in this warehouse to hold on to a certain amount of stock. I think in earlier screenshots of the game, I'm seeing it there. So I think maybe that's why some of the language is a little weird. I think this used to be a keep limit, and so there might be a little inconsistency in the UI interface there, certainly with the two sliders. Oh, hey, new level. Oh, because I pulled in a few more people because I was a little bit worried about our food stores. We have lots of grain, but I need to convert the baked goods a little bit faster. So I've gone and increased the employment over here at the bakery just to try to chooch this up a little bit. I've turned off the import of these other resources for now, although we have tons of money, so that's okay. But overall, our happiness is okay. So I'm like, you know what? I won't pull any imports. We don't need the stone anymore because we're clearly mining that up. In fact, we're at the cap right now. If all the exports is full, I wonder if people do just like take it easy. Vision fever. Lots of people are sick. It'd be nice to go and fix that if we can. But here's our new immigrants. I got an extra lavatory over here because the old one was being fully 100% utilized. It's still fully 100% utilized. I might need more lavatories. I wonder if I'm putting another corner over here. This is all a pretty busy area. I think I will do that. Let me go. Oh, I guess that's fine. Yeah, open up the top. Sure. Let me go and plop it down there. I think that's going to be okay. We'll get another one of those going on. And yeah, I don't like that our food stores are so low, but in fact, we have lots of actual raw food. So the food is being eaten quite quickly. You can see the bakeries should be wildly outperforming the consumption. I mean, maybe there's a bunch of food sitting there. Well, there's a little bit of bread, but although not much. I don't know where the workers are. I guess it's nighttime, so it's downtime. That's probably it. Maybe it'll go up very quickly during the day. We will see. Oh, I also increased my food stall area over here. Mostly because by having them as one group, I think it would it'll spread out the workload a lot more, and this auto balancer should work in a more consistent way. So I think that's for the best. We also, with the one food stall, I was 100% workload. I think even with two, it's starting to increase a bit. So I thought, you know what, I'll go right up to 4, and then yeah, we'll get lots of efficiency, and hopefully that'll be okay. All right, now with all the stone, we can probably finish our little water feature that we're working on over here. So let me pause for a sec rather than go into planning mode. I'm going to do this. I don't know if it's got to go all the way over there. We got a drowned body. No, they're just swimming. A little bit of skinny dipping. Oh, these silly humans. So what we want is we want a water pump. And yeah, I think the water pump can be placed anywhere on this area. And can it go? I think it can even go into the water. What about if it has partial cover? It looks like, I mean, I'm not seeing any other feedback on my screen. So it looks like as long as maybe like 50%. Oh, it's the back part. Oh, that's quite interesting. So that's no good, but that is good. And that goes into the water like that, and that's fine. Like, if I go and, like, double dip like this, I think that'll work. And I can be like, oh, that's actually cancels it. Do that. Actually, the smart remove line to work. So these two pumps, in theory, would both pump into this canal. I think this is way more than we need. So what I'll do, actually, is I'll suspend this one. We'll just build one pump, but we'll be ready for the second one, and we're going to see how this works. Because my understanding is there's a certain amount of pressure that'll be doing in here that'll only go so far down our canal route. And we're going to want a secondary canal route over here, but we're going to wait a scooch and confirm the first plan works before we do that. And it'll be interesting to see how those numbers change. I mean, again, we're clearly producing more grain than we need, although it does get used pretty aggressively. Okay, people are working in the bakery now, producing bread. Yeah, because I didn't like the small stockpile. Again, we have lots of grain, but people are still, they're cranky, I think, because the food security is a little low. I mean, there might be other things, not the population is so high. But yeah, see, the food preference isn't being matched. You know what? I'm wondering if, because we're only having bread right now, this is going to limit how well this is matched. Every race prefers to eat certain food. Each time a subject wants to eat, it craves... Oh, here we go. Each time... So I didn't just imagine it. I read it on Reddit, and I think I heard it from a video, but I'm like, are people just... You know, is this just incorrect information? Because sometimes these things start or they don't apply after patches. Each time a subject wants to eat, it craves a full meal of a specific food resource, select randomly from among their preferred foods. If the subject is successful in finding it, food preference will go up. If not, it will go down. This mechanic only works when the subject visits a food service room, not when eating from the ground or in the warehouse. So we really would like our food service room to have everything, because right now, let's assume we don't have any eggs or mushrooms. And even the meat seems to be pretty questionable there. But let's say we had full bread and full meat. Also, I think this is only counting what's in the stockpile. I think the food stalls hold stuff. Yeah, there's 300 units of bread in the food stall as well. So we're not actually out of bread. But let's say we only had bread. So there's only a 1/4 chance that the craving people had is going to be met. So theoretically, our food preference would end up sticking around 1/4 of the full bar, maybe? I'm wondering if it's something like that. So having more food is good for the preference. All right, construction, lots of work, and done. Ooh, look at the water flow! Pressure, 64 of 139. Oh, okay, I think this can service 139 tiles, and we're using 64. Or the other way, probably not the other way around. Oh, wait. No. We need 139, and we only have 64. So each pump can do 64 tiles worth? Insufficient workers allocated. Okay, hold on. Let's give it a chance to keep working a little bit more. 70 of 139. And then what does it do for the moisture? If we go into the moisture map? Okay, so it is definitely not reaching the other side, but almost. Actually, is it just me or did it look better on... Still, that's gonna be a lot better. Oh, the moisture's sitting at 100% on these. Okay. And not there. So it didn't need to reach all the way to the other end to give the full moisture bonus. That's funny. We actually have an advantage to commute. Better than normal. I don't know how that works, but sure. Okay, so we clearly need this to be activated. Is there, other than using the tool, activate the commence work? No, I guess I have to do this. that's enable maintenance. I clicked the wrong thing, didn't I? Activate job. Okay. So if we do this, the water should go to the end. But then if I want to also irrigate this, I'm going to need... Oh my god, you need so much pumping. And there's a lot of water workers at each one of these. And it's not like this ground was dry. 100%. So, you know what? I could even be like, I don't need to get all the way to the end. In fact, I could probably trim this back a little bit more and save some pressure. 135 of 135. Oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it was just a work thing. Oh, hold on. I think each pump can do 150. I think that's what I'm seeing here. And I'm betting as they work a shift. There, we get 150. As they work a shift, it slowly accrues up. And so it just took a second to build up the right amount of pressure. So this will be overkill for reaching down here, but it does seem like it's going to be needed. Yeah, we have 150 out of a request of 135. Okay. So now, if I take this and run it along here, as per my initial plan, and look at the preview, like, I don't know... Heck, I could do this and then just increase... Although I think those are sitting on 100% already. I guess I could do a partway thing and check to see... Hey, does this hit 100% moisture? We're at 75 here. Okay. It looks great. I don't know if the water features get used for anything else. Like if we build a pond or anything, do we need that? Okay, still have tons of grain. Okay, bread going up. Whoop. Blood of the Innocent, great sibling. I'm Leash Corleone. Perhaps you heard of me. I had the pleasure of visiting your neighbor's hive last year. As you know, there are evil softskins out in the world bent on destruction and conquest. We, however, are lovers of peace and would like to offer protective services. Yeah, we're going to learn their peaceful ways by force, huh? All I ask is in return install compensation. Scout reports these people have about 10 soldiers. Okay, so we're going to pay this up at first. So, we're actually going to go into... Oh, no. I thought, is that 21.2? But no. So we're going to take a quarter of the money we have stored up and about half our grain in storage. You know, as we're in winter. It's a bit rude, but we're going to have to pay up on this one. Good. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it seems to all be there. May our claws grow sharp. Since we paid the ransom, this raider will leave us alone for now. That's going to become a bigger issue as we go forward. We will need a military. Yeah, there they go spinning that. And we are increasing in pressure. Definitely not there right now. We can see from the pressure pump. But presumably, yeah, over time as they work, that's going to increase. There it goes. And yeah, ultimately we'll be able to reach down here. Okay, so 2 pumps, we could definitely do more field than we've got right now. But 1 we definitely couldn't have. Well, I guess I could have just been satisfied with just this one little run here. And I'm sure there's all sorts of like super highly efficient layouts. What? If we find, okay, I thought it telling me something's going on. If we find that our city is crumbling into dust, we can move to a different part of 6 and start over. We will retain our current level and be able to unlock any new titles. Oh, also keep some more resources. Okay, I did notice a resettle button somewhere, but all right. Is if this one gets doomed, we could still continue on this save in a different place and get some of it back. Oh yeah, see, these are hit 100% moisture already. I wonder if just this line would have been enough. But I'll take it. And it looks good. I might end up drawing this to the end just to make it look better. Moisture's 100%. Moisture's not 100% over here. I wonder, can I run the canal underneath the road? What does that look like? Okay, I'm just going to do this as sort of a test. Or we're just going to have the little walk pathway all the way through? I guess that would work, right? Yeah, we have tons of pressure. We might even build some fields over here. Well, this is a crummier ground. Well, what we might end up doing is we might end up with more pastures. I could also run a line from here, which might just look better. Get rid of this, run it straight down this way. Perhaps. Okay. A little bit of homelessness. Still not a lot of food. Even though the bread count is going up. Our food is actually stable. Hate that we lost that grain. And stone. I mean, we are producing stone. We did just spend a bunch. Yeah, look at that with a little path. I guess that doesn't look so bad. Okay. And then over here, moisture 97. Just gonna control click and go like a couple more squares. And I bet you we hit around 100%. Okay. So, oh, we're out of wood. Well, that's no good. This would start hitting red probably. Well, I don't know if it goes red when you're out. We do kind of almost want an indicator for that. Let's do, we are gonna want another one of those. Why don't we just build them in the same area? Why not? Because this is where we want our wood to go for the furniture. Sure. Shift click. Oh, I hate we don't get the stats. Like when we're building, we get a preview. Here we don't. Like I don't know if there's some bad terrain here or anything of the sort. Let's assume it's going to be fine. One tile wide route there. And then another one of those. All right. Plus, we're going to chop down some trees to make room for the road, so that'll give us a bit of a wood injection here. Plus, as soon as people start working there. But we are going to need some more workers for all that, so we're going to need some more houses as well. How do I feel about these layouts? I think I'm still okay. I wonder if I can do I don't know if you can do a mirror. Because that would be kind of cool, right? If I took this and just said, hey, I want a mirror image of this. Now, all I can do is rotate. Oh, I think I will rotate, and I'm going to put the lavatory in the top left corner. So we got one there and one there. And, right, then we're going to road... There. 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 Okay. Oh, we're out of stored bread. That's crazy. 100 units in here. And we do have the automated workers. They've got 10 right now. Okay, do we go and increase the efficiency of our grain farms? Maybe one tick in that and one tick in the bakery? We unlock the mushroom farm, right, which I need to go and do next. But I will get one tick in basic grain farming. This is next level. Oh, this unlocks tools. Okay, so this gives you the ability to add tools to those things. And presumably... Well, it gives you a hint that it might be too small for... to be worth the investment, right? Which makes tons of sense. But could I have grabbed this without having that? Like it's lit up. I mean, it looks like a prerequisite. Maybe the first level is implicit as an unlock? Okay, I'm gonna go and unlock the mushroom farm. And yeah, we're gonna add mushroom fields over here. Oh, humans are really good at farming mushrooms. Look at that, 3 hammers. Okay. Oh, do you have walls? I think a mushroom farm might be a very different kind of vibe. I'm gonna make it square. I can always run the irrigation all around it. But I'm wondering if just a couple of irrigation spurs here and here might do. Oh, it's... You're doing it indoors, aren't you? Aren't you? So now... There you go. If it's 7 wide, the supports are good. I wonder if it might be more efficient to make it bigger and put some pillars to save wall material. What would that look like? Especially, okay, let's say I went back to doing this square. How many of these wall pillars do I actually need? Wrong button. Shift to invert? Okay, yes. There's the shift to invert. So that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there. It's not cutting it. what about if we just do like every 4? I kind of want a repeating pattern because it'll look nice. There's probably, oh, it's off by 1 there because, oh wait, no, because I started in the wrong place. There, 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 there. Okay, and then if I go and leave a 4 gap and then do those. Okay, hold on. That looks like it's gonna look nice. And then we need less construction because we're not just building a bunch of buildings with their, you know, all fully enclosed by walls. Okay, the space, frack. It works, but obviously we're gonna hate ourselves. There. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. There we go. 4 gap, 4 gap. Everything is good. Okay. At least on the next bit, I don't have to count as much. And then just align. Count the 1. And then align. And then over here. Okay. All right. 800 units of wood. Oh, we do need 82 mushrooms to get this kick-started. Oh, also, maybe doors would be a good idea. We're obviously going to want a place to store the mushrooms. They might end up being over there. Or maybe we do a storage here and then a mushroom farm, another mushroom farm around it. I don't know, I might do that. And triple door over here. Oh, there's no isolation value for this one. So I kind of want to go and add extra doors just in the future. Okay. Moist mountain. Oh, farmers like it best inside the moist environment of a mountain cave. I wonder if we're getting 90%. We're clearly not in a mountain here, but I'm wondering if the construction did it. Did that 90% change as I added doors or anything? No. Okay. So it'd be better inside the mountain. Also be better if it was moist. Construct. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change a couple of things about these canals. I'm going to go... I hate that we can't quite see everything. I'm going to run you along that way. I want to remove not the road. Might have to rebuild it. Dismantle structures, maybe? Yeah, it did get rid of the road. Interesting that that does happen instantly. You don't have to send a worker to do it. Okay, let's do this first. And then we'll see how much water pressure we get. We might run a second one up here or something else. Super fast speed. Oh, I may have to do a mushroom purchase. Now, oh, that was the other thing. I did some looking around. Where was I looking around? Here, sort of. I was looking at the goods and different prices and things, and like the mushrooms. If we look here, average price is 209, but these guys sell it. Yeah, their price is 220, but I think, or 234 with everything put in, and I think the world price is 209, so they sell it slightly higher. And then Pequil over here, riches, 0.81. Is it bringing it down? I mean, it must. So it looks like with Pequil, I can buy the mushrooms a little cheaper. We can confirm that if we go over here, and if we did set a mushroom import rule, that is the case. I don't know if I want to set an import actually on this one. I might just want to do it as a one-time purchase, is what I'm thinking. So, not you, but you, diplomacy. I would like to purchase some mushrooms from you, please. Now, there's this barter button, which I think just offers up the gold to make it work out, which is, that's not what I want to do, which is kind of nifty. Again, give me 200 mushrooms. And then I will offer you some furniture, which you're likely going to be doing a bunch of buying from me anyway. It'd be nice to know like how their relative price matches up to what I'm doing. And then I'll barter for the rest with just money. Okay. Get me the mushrooms because I need them to be planted. Wonder if they might arrive too early. Like if these guys aren't ready to plant the mushrooms yet because they're still doing woodsy things. Speaking of woodsy things, we're out of wood. So, over where we're going to need some wood, I'm going to order some trees to be chopped, please. We also don't have a lot of workers. We don't have much food stored up. If I get more workers, then our food situation might actually be shockingly dire here. Do I just want to bring down my employees somewhere else? Well, I think I can probably scale back in the bakery right now. Even though we still don't have the bake... Oh, well, see. Baked and consumed. You know, people must just be adjusting their food based on what I've got. So that's why it looked like we were overproducing bread, but not actually coming out ahead. Those are mushrooms. Did they get delivered? Or are they just going to get eaten immediately? They might be getting eaten immediately. Which, it turns out, maybe we could use the food anyway, so maybe it's not so bad. Hello, workers. Yeah, you lose money to inflation if you have a giant pile of cash. Is it showing it over here? Yeah. There's the amount we're losing to inflation. So just like everything in the game, they've got an interesting sort of auto-balancing thing where anything stockpiled, including money, but all these goods over here, they bleed away. So there's a natural constant deduction of items that scale based on how many you've got. Okay, how many? 55 immigrants. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to take them all. I can use the extra hands. There's housing waiting for them as soon as it gets built. Food. Oh yeah, production is below consumption. Now, this will help once this gets built. Sustainable, crop might be growing in the wild, yeah. Okay, there will be some shrooms once you get to that point. Don't worry about it. Okay, we've got a little bit of wood available. We've got... Well, this is still being constructed too, so that was part of it. And actually, we don't have any stone. I don't think we're consuming stone. I'm only running this as half capacity, but I think that's probably still okay. Just keep going with the trickle of stone. And over here, yeah, there'll be enough trees being cut down to finish the mushroom farm. But yeah, I think I was a little too early on my mushroom farm, my mushroom purchase, unfortunately. Do I upgrade the bakery? Do I get a tech to boost our bakery? I think we're going to be doing a lot of bakery stuff, so I kind of feel like that might be the case. Charcoal, there we go, bakery. Give that a boost. Production 0.15. Yeah. The additive technology 0.15. We are getting 15% more. I'm assuming we're not getting free output. It's just, it's higher throughput, but it's still saving us from the people, like needing more people, which is good. And yeah, in theory, we are coming ahead on grain. Okay. Is it harvest time? Not yet. Summer. We might be picking up some more mushrooms. Okay, we've got more livestock. We can really go and upgrade this. Or produce more. I think I will. I'm going to make a copy of the orc pasture. Bring it down over here. I mean, that's going to be more labor. But that's okay. More construction. Will and overqueuing on construction. Name a more iconic pair. We do have a lot of hands ready for it. Man, that is a lot of labor. Oh, it's because it still hasn't been cleared. All the shrubs and everything. Okay, that's not helping. And what about over here? Well, this is about to finish, which will consume a bunch of our workers here. There you go, 26 woodcutters assigned, but I think that's probably okay. Although, maybe I could wait on that just a scooch. Wow, look at carpenters do eat so much wood. Furniture is there, and we're still selling. We're not buying. But, so here's the thing with the buying, is I realize now, these mushroom prices are ridiculous. The egg prices are better here. Still not ideal. Weird, like we could actually just buy more bread. What about meat? We could consider meat. What's the price? No, you know, meat would be more, but maybe I'll buy eggs as long as they're under 150 bucks. Yeah. And then we'll say 100% fill both warehouses and importer depots. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's spend the money. I mean, the money doesn't do anything for us. And it literally goes to waste to inflation if we don't do anything with it. So keep exporting furniture, use it to try to buy eggs, supplement our diet a little bit. 30% cleared. Wow. Oh, 50 woodcutters. Oh, hey! There you go, XP boost on our woodcutters. All right. Yeah, we're at 52 woodcutters. And over here, the clearing's nearly done, and then we got to bring the wood over, which is sitting around. That would just drain our bread again. What is with these arrows? So here with the bread, buy price 71 and 3 arrows to the left, and sell price 49, 3 arrows to the right. I wonder what is. Ooh, the lightning is very twitchy. What do we think that represents? So with the bread, is it? I don't understand. Like, average price 78. Is this how much it would cost me to buy it and how much I could get from selling it, presumably? And here's the import rules. So set over there, and I can manage it sort of globally here. I wonder, like, is this more extreme deviations? Although, why is it deviating on both sides? Average price 153. Is this how much flow in and out? But I mean, I'm not in. Dang. I don't know how to interpret those arrows. I'm sure it would be very useful to know at a glance what the situation is. Those are our pillars. Hey, that mushroom farm is going to feel really good. Over here, you're doing that. Great. And presumably some people are building some houses over here. Yes. Remember, every house that gets completed is an extra drain on wood as well, because people are allowed to get some wood for their decoration. 29 odd jobbers, and some will be hired soon. Temperature, extreme level, cooldown. Again, we've got the river, so hopefully that's okay. Part of me wants more people, but we have to. I think at this point, the people have to really go towards more wood or more food production. Which I was about to say, maybe adding the extra wood stuff over here was a mistake, since we could just chop it. But I don't know. We do need like a sort of a constant rate, and I don't want to have to micromanage the manual chopping. Right now it's going down, so we supplement it with the chop, especially when we're doing some construction. So that seems like it's fine. 82% cleared. Most of the material is here. Oh, I am on top of the forge. Oh, is it the season? I think people were doing a little bit of foraging because of the season. If they grabbed some mushrooms very quickly, we might have gone to the farm. But yeah, I'll do another manual purchase of mushrooms from the Pequel or whatever they are when we need it to actually populate the farm. I mean, I think the bread is still just like way the best source of actual nutrition. So I think we still want to go crazy on these grain farms as much as possible. You have some helpful advice to look through. It's located top right port. Oh, over here. Yeah. Some rooms have problem with workload. Yeah, but which rooms? I can suppress it. The message is not that useful. Is there a filter for workload? There is. Okay. I mean, that's not workload. Oh! Okay, I'm misinterpreting this. I was thinking red's the problem. But no, red is low workload. Bright blue is super mega high workload. Wow, the carpenter having a high workload is exactly what we're looking for, I would suspect. in this situation. And the hunter, like, yes, I want you working at 100% all the time. That is not a problem. That's low and that's high. The speaker being at 100% is maybe less than ideal. We could probably do something about that. I don't remember. Could the speaker scaled up? No. But I guess I could put a pair of speakers in each one of these, since they are apparently high priority jobs. I mean, it's the equivalent of social media. People are having to check their feeds all the time. I get it. There you go. All the material. Now we can start on the construction side. Actually, we could consider maybe selling some excess livestock too. I don't know if we can build something that just like insta-butchers livestock into something, but these are like weird, like quantum livestock that don't actually exist in a real way. They're in a superposition of all possible livestock. If I just do this, I think we'll actually save some pressure. I mean, this is dealing some extra moisture over here, but it's not actually required. Like some swimming. Oh yeah, but it is hot, so people are going to be more inclined to doing that. 67% done. People haven't worked on this in a bit, which is a little weird. I know you don't have mushrooms, but you should still be able to work on the rest of it, right? Oh, they may be finishing up their houses, which are now there. We have a few homeless people. Oh, there's a few houses not quite done. We might still have a little homeless at the end of this, but very little. Actually, no. We're going to be fine. Let's pull in some more people. The food situation is still bad, but the houses will be okay. Okay, we're good on wood now. So we have a little bit of food that's going in and then immediately going out. Should I get a second bakery? We're definitely producing more grain than we're using. Maybe we need it for another bribe against villains. Oh, you know what I can do is you don't have to chop any more over here. There you go. That is unnecessary. There we go. Building up the mushroom farm, so they'll do all the wood part, and then we'll get the mushrooms ready for the next go. Meanwhile, the orcs pasture over here. And it's got... Okay, they're still bringing the animals over. But yeah, we could definitely have more. I could even potentially make a huge one. More leather. I got clothes. I could assign more clothing. We could also consider selling it. I think if I do this... Well, this is still a moist area, so this should be okay. You might... you're going to chop a bunch of trees along the way. I don't know. Maybe I want more of this farming. Okay, you're ready. You're just waiting for the shrooms. Yes? Okay. So let's go back to our trading partner, these guys, and purchase... And region. Oh. Oh, I didn't realize I could just trade a region. 8 million. Huh. All right. Anyway, mushrooms. Yeah, let's get... Oh, that is way too expensive. Another couple hundred mushrooms. The price may have gone up because of things. I'm going to give you all the furniture. And you know what? How about some clothing? Oh, you don't pay a lot for that, but you know what? We got an abundance. I think apparently if you end these trades with more positive stuff, that's another way to boost the opinion. If you just like give them money or whatever, but okay, let's do this. Then, I wonder, can I turn off over here? Can I say don't store mushrooms? Oh, there we go. Don't store mushrooms. Oh, also don't store vegetables or fruit. That's just taking up, or fish. That's just taking up space that should go towards our favorite foods. In fact, I could just sell the fruit or let them decay. I mean, it's there as an emergency, right? If there's no food, then they can eat the fruit temporarily. And yeah, the mushrooms shouldn't get brought there. People could go to the warehouse to buy, but I think they will preferentially go to the food stall. So they shouldn't eat the mushrooms, and we're going to turn it back on in the food stall in a second. I want to set up a second one of these mushroom farms. Actually, maybe. Let's let this one finish first, rather than doing standard quill stuff and overqueuing all the things. Again, with only 90% efficiency because it's not actually under the mountain, maybe it's not worth spamming these out. But every now and again, it'll satisfy some fulfillment, so that's going to be That's going to be nice. Oh, yeah, we got some deranged people now. Some of our humans have gone nuts. We got to build some asylums soon for them. It will make them happy and presumably bring them back into full contention. Okay, construction 100%. Moisture 100%. Good. Cycle harvesting. Reseed with another crop. Must still leak. Okay, we don't want to do that. We want to leave the mushrooms in here. Okay, and then we should see at some point. Oh, we've got mushrooms stored now. Oh yeah, we'll increase my mushroom store in the central building. Ah. No, we'll keep a couple. We'll keep a few more crates for the flow through over here. What do we do for the bread? Probably 4 crates. Yeah, I think I'll do the same with mushrooms. 4 crates over there. And then if I mouse over, right now there's no production predicted. Value bonus. Yeah, we don't have the mountain, unfortunately, but we do have really good moisture and the species bonus. So I think we're compensating for the lack of mountain. So I'm going to build a second one. I'll probably stop at that because I think probably the grain is better for us. And then I think we'll also want to go and do just a little bit of this. I think that's lined up with the other one. Just to make sure, try to bring this up to 100% moisture levels. I think our capacity for the pumping is going to be fine for that. Yeah, just barely actually. Although we can still clean this up. Yeah, because I think I go and do this. And then I say dismantle this, that. And I'm betting we don't need as much of this. We probably hit 100% moisture over here. Then I do want to go and rebuild our road. That's fine. Okay. Moisture's not there right now, but I think it will be just fine in a little bit. Stone, we have wood. I guess I should maybe put a stone stockpile near this thing. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but let's do a warehouse. I'll just do a 7x7. Just like that. And door there. Good. And then I have to remember, I kind of wish I could assign it now, because I have to remember to assign it to be a stone warehouse later. We still have the priority in town, which is good because we still want to pull stone into town for building maintenance. But I could reduce the size of the stone stockpile in town, which seems like a half decent idea. Again, we're going to get a ton of wood here because of where we're building this. Okay. Only one person homeless isn't bad. A few workers, although they'll go into the mushroom farm soon. So we probably will want a few more people again. Relatively soon. How many are employed over here? Actually, only 10. So presumably the same amount over there. And this is there. Moisture 100, 100, 100, 100 there. Moisture's only 65 over here. Ooh, okay. And we can do another 33 tiles. I don't know how many this is. Do the math, because it's not counting the tiles, it's counting the material. I don't think this is 33. Well, these blocks, I think these blocks are 29, so it's pretty darn close. We can probably get a couple more tiles after that. I wonder if I could probably trim this back a little bit for the water and still have 100% moisture, but same thing like here, probably. 92 moisture and 6 more tiles. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess I could do 24 stone. That'll be 6 tiles. Okay. Math. Wood, stone. That's good. Okay. Is that stockpile done? It is. So what I want to do over here is you are just all stone all the time. Keep it in there. And then we'll work out some logistics for things afterwards. And oh yes, do I want to build a mushroom stockpile over here? Maybe we'll wait until the mushroom situation gets filled up. Yeah. Now, I can go over here and tell them to once again start stocking mushrooms, please and thank you. So we can supply more of the favorite food. There's some meat occasionally. Mushrooms will be more frequent. And we are importing eggs, actually. There you go. As long as they don't exceed 150, which they are here, they occasionally bounce over that. But when they're below that, we do buy some eggs. I might go and increase the price. Since we do actually have a lot of money, I might go and say, all right, tell you what. I'm willing to pay 175 units now for the eggs, the denarii. Good. And this... Oh, still needs the mushrooms. Silly me. Well, I might have to wait for the next mushroom harvest. I forgot about that. Hang on. Yeah, I was too early. If I turn this off... Yeah, all the mushrooms got eaten already. Man, people do go through and eat fast. I mean, admittedly, we're running in 25 times speed there, but we do have a lot of mouths to feed. It always looks like we should be ending up with the amount of bread should be going up, but it's definitely not. Do I just clone this bakery? I do like it. We could clone it and then make... Actually, I could clone this entire structure. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Copy area. Like so. And drop you down over there. So. New bakery and a few more houses. Good. I could go and add an extra bin to the eggs, but then keep the target of trying to just limit it to 50%. It might lead to slightly better behavior. I'm going to do that. And over here, I'm going to say... Actually, I'll try to say something like maintain 80% stock. That way we have a little extra buffer if there's like a weird over delivery or some event or something. I don't know. Plus, just if I keep seeing this red, I keep alerting. I see it actually did refill it again. I think because some amount of it gets stayed in stockpile over here. Or maybe there was a temporary time. Wow, those eggs disappeared instantly. People over here, there's eggs again, and they go nuts for it. Okay, yeah, doubling our bakery is going to be a good idea. We may need more grain farms. Again, if we look here at the ratio, it's about 2 to 1-ish. So in theory, doubling our bakeries should support that. Although we'll also need more staff for it, but we do have the housing. So, 8 more. It's not much, but I'll accept 8 more. We'll have a place to live. About half of them will go and working in the bakery, because I think it fits 24 people. And then we'll need a few more people over here, too, once we get our first mushroom harvest. I wonder what the cycle time is. Oh, it's not very fast. Now, and these numbers, I think they will tweak over time. Made a harvest for the year 202. We need so much more food. It makes sense. I don't know what the ratios were historically. But was it something like, humankind in sort of this medieval period, was it something like 80% of all like time and effort and like manpower went towards just feeding with very little, or was it like 90%? Or maybe it was just 50%. I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating. It always depends on the period of time you're looking at in human history as different technologies evolved and things like that. And depending on how much you needed to stockpile for different things and where you happen to feed giant armies, because that changes the math a lot, because those are people in your society they're not producing goods at that point anymore. They're not producing food, but also all the secondary stuff that the economy depends on. So, that changes the math a lot. Should I go and put down some dirt tiles in here just to... You know what? I think I will. It's not the most important, but at the same time, it doesn't really hurt us, and it'll keep a nice consistent look in here. And then later, when we plop down other buildings, they'll just go over those roads. So it's sort of wasted labor, and it is actually a little bit more for us to maintain. But I don't actually know how the fulfillment works when it comes to the roads. Is that under environment? Yeah, road preference. So I think they'll go and get to 10% from the dirt roads. So theoretically, more dirt roads will still increase the chance that we push it to 10%. But again, more maintenance. How's our janitor going, actually? Workload 94%. Yeah, I think we'll need a second janitor here to maintain these buildings. That is actually a problematic high workload. Are you guys... What are you up to right now? Walking job. Killing. 6.6 days. We'll get our first mushroom harvest. Then finish that. Oh! We don't have enough pressure. Oh, I must have had some things still under construction. %, moisture. One back by 3. Pull that back by 3. I think... Let me draw a line here. Yep, okay. They're both in line. You're still 100% moisture. Okay. Trim a couple more off. Trim a couple more off. In theory, by removing those two, you should reach here, yes? 301. I guess I could have counted tiles. Are you... You're still at 100%, so I think this is okay. Heck, I think I can trim this back too. There, that's immediately full. So we have a little bit of pressure to spare. And maybe the moisture could fall off under time. So we'll have to keep an eye out. Oh, texture's kind of fun here. All right, 47 odd jobbers. New houses are up. Bakery is still pending. Wood and stone, which we do have. Actually, don't know where all the odd jobbers currently are, but okay. You know what it is? We can, if we go to like a warehouse, all the warehouses are listed. So I could use this to check to make sure their crates are all assigned. Central warehouse doesn't have all crates assigned by design. Okay, yeah, you do, and you do as well. Just stone, just grain, just that. I guess this could be renamed to warehouse dash stone. It might get numbered later. Oh, and you should have an automated workload. Oh, you had no workers there at all before because I never assigned it. So that's a good one to double check that. I should make that a habit when I click on things. What are these percentages? That's workload. Okay. Okay. This workload's quite high. I wonder, I mean, but it's not at 100%. So I'm wondering if it was at 100%, we'd want to hit a plus. Okay. Still wondering about the, like, how much we would gain by having tools in these places. Of course, I can still spend more tech point on some things as well. This is far from some of the stone and wood storages. We do have a lot of odd jobbers, though. I would have expected that to go quite quickly. And right, we still have a lot of livestock. And I guess these things, well, no, there's a fair amount of labor that goes into these guys. And you are sitting at 100% workload. Could revisit these and tweak these numbers after. But one's at 84%. This one's the more established one, so I'm assuming that's where it actually tends to. Maybe they were having to haul the animals in the first place. Maybe there's some extra tending early on that happens. I don't know. All right, well, I'll put the cut in here. We're waiting for the next mushroom harvest to kick in. I guess, you know what? We're going to be producing our own mushrooms, but in the meantime, we could do something like, listen, we're going to do this. I'm going to, like, just set, you know, whatever the price cap is fine. But only to this. I don't have a dedicated mushroom thing yet. Okay, so we're going to keep the main stockpile half full with mushrooms. Because it would be nice. Oh, there we go. We got mushrooms already. Oh, we might have done our summer harvest. Okay. Because I'm going to say, the sooner we get that established, the better. Well, now it's established, so I think I'm just going to go and blank this out. Although we do have all the money. We are potentially spending on eggs. So we're willing to spend up to 175 on eggs. I guess if our money's going up, I'm going to say, fine. I will spend 200 denarii on eggs. That's probably the one thing that I'm not going to be producing locally. We could do the other farms, but it feels like I suspect the output's going to be too low. And this is going to be the better bet. And this is nearly done. And I think the next thing is probably going to be getting more grain farms. Over here, some of the soil isn't ideal for farming. It might still be worth it since we know it's going to have 100% moisture. I might still end up building some farms in these little areas. Or this little tiny little ranches. That might be the better bet, actually. Since they have the moisture but not the soil. Do I want to do more of the pigs? Just to focus purely on meat? Oh, clothing's going down. I hadn't noticed that. There's a tailor over here. I will start a second tailor. So that should cause the clothing to tend upwards. Well, actually, we'll need 3. That will end up to be a surplus. But then definitely the leather will be going down. Well, I say that. Okay, the tailors are updating. I think we probably will build some more ARC pastures. The amount of clothes we need is going to keep scaling up as we go. Workload 100% for these vendors. They are really working their butts off to try to keep everything supplied here. But the food happiness is overall going to be okay. We're planting the mushrooms here, which is great. Maybe I should sell these fruit to someone who wants them. Because they're just going to be decaying in my stockpile. That is an idea. There's our grain harvest. Actually, I'm not sure we can fill... I don't think our silo is going to be able to eat all this grain. Is it just sitting around here? It's going to be collected? Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we got the second bakery. Oh, and there it is. And it is now working. So our bakeries actually will consume more grain than the grain farms can produce over a year. Although it will take them a while to deplete this pool of grain. And, oh, look, just like that. Our bread is now overstocked. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the bread stockpile. You can see it over here. I'm going to go to 8 crates of bread that we now support here. Yeah, and then plus there's the bread that's sitting in there. Okay, and that, by storing more of the bread, our food safety goes up, which will keep everyone's moods higher. Certainly make me feel better about things. Okay, all right, well... I always target about half an hour for an episode, 25 minutes maybe. These episodes are apparently always going to be an hour because this game sucks you in. It's crazy. Yeah, in theory, we are using more wood than we're producing. It's just the chopping from things that is leading to an excess. But we are draining it through the carpenter. We're still selling that furniture and using that to make money, to buy eggs. Yeah, okay. And our people are thrilled. We can think about the next expansion, but I'm really worried about our food safety. Like, the amount of real estate here is just ridiculous. But we could go and add maybe some larger farms over here, or keep going with this pattern. We will need to add more pumps. But that should be fine. We'll find out next time. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye.